Can I show you how to earn multiple six figures working a business called Unclaimed Funds and Tax Overages? You guys, in this video right here, not only am I going to break down how to launch the business the right way, I'm also going to show you really quick, step by step, how to get your first deal done. Yes, I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm gonna hook you guys up because I truly believe going into the year 2023, you guys are going to completely change your life by making one decision. And that's a decision to stop procrastinating, stop waiting for permission, and stop telling yourself you're too busy, too tired, too whatever as to why you can't launch your business. All right. I am going live this Friday. I'm going live really early. And the reason why I decided to go live early is because I got things to do. I got deals to close, you guys, and I can't sit there and put things off. But at the same time, I did promise you guys that I would try to come on here at least weekly to share some knowledge, to give you guys information, bring you a ton of value so you can start the next chapter of your life, which is launching your online business. Okay. I'm all about creating multiple ways of bringing income into your household, whether it's passive or active. We will touch on those as well, but let's go ahead and get started. I want to talk about one of the first things that you need to do. And if you guys are watching me live, just say what's up. Tell me where you're from, what state, what city, just say what's up. If you're watching replay, just in the comments right below, all I want you to do is type in the word replay, okay? I just want to see who's engaged and who's watching. And if you guys have anything you want to contribute, please feel free, all right? No judgment here. I think we can all learn and grow together. But let's go ahead and get your business started. The first thing that you need to do if you want to launch your online business, most importantly, your unclaimed funds or tax overages business, if you want to launch it the right way, the very first step is you need to learn how to make a decision. And I say that because most people that I encounter, whether if they're coming into my program or they're just thinking about making a business, most people don't even start because they can't make a decision. They can't decide if they want to do a full-time, part-time. They can't decide if they want to invest in themselves or their business. They can't decide if they want to ask for permission or just do it. And they're just all over the place. You need to get yourself to a point to where you've already thought about it. You're ready to pull the trigger. And you understand that any business, I don't care if you're selling hot dogs at a hot dog stand or if you're launching a multi-six-figure earning business doing unclaimed funds, you need to understand it's going to take some level of investment of your time and money. All right. That's the ugly truth. The cat's out the bag, time and money. You have to have some type of resources you're willing to invest, whether it's your own money or if you're using other people's money. So how do you get other people's money? You get it through grants. You can get it through like whatever you earn. You can get it through loans. A lot of people, that's probably the most popular way is getting a traditional, business loan to get your business started. Some more seasoned business owners like myself, we go for business lines of credit. A lot of you guys, if you go to PayPal, even if you don't have a business, go to PayPal, set up a business account. Now, this is what I want to say to you. And I probably shouldn't have said if you don't have a business, you want to go and file with the IRS because they're going to want that business EIN. Go to PayPal, set up a business EIN. And what you want to do is you want to just start doing transactions, things that you normally do at PayPal. When you're buying stuff and getting money from people, do it through your business account, not your personal account. You're going to gain favor through PayPal, and PayPal will email you and they'll say, hey, congratulations. We want to give you money. What they want to do is they want to give you a business line of credit. If you guys knew that, go ahead and comment right there. Say, I knew that, Joe. If you didn't know that, that's another nugget I want to throw at you guys. The same thing goes for a company called Stripe.com. Okay. It's a payment processor, very similar to PayPal, but a little bit more higher end, more complicated, for the more advanced, type of payment processor. So they do the same thing. If they see transactions going through your business account, they're going to start offering you money even before you ask for it. You can always apply for it and they'll let you know, yay or nay, you can, but they'll give you a business line of credit. So what's the difference between a loan and a business line of credit? Well, a loan, you borrow money, you pay it back, and then you got to ask to borrow again. A business line of credit is a revolving line of credit, right? You can use, it's like liquid cash. So instead like a credit card where most credit cards, you can't take out cash, or if you do take out cash, there's a penalty. Well, with business line of credit, there's no penalty for taking out cash, right? They give you cash up front and you use that money. And when you pay that money back, that money's still there. So it's an advance that is always there in your corner. It always has your back. So like it's basically, you got to look at money as being fluid. You know, you're just transferring money from one account to another account. But that's enough about money. I can talk you guys ear off all day about getting money. I always tell my students, like, look, get as much money as possible before you even start closing deals, because most business owners, especially you brand new ones out there, the most discouraging part when it comes to business is when you don't have money and it takes you forever to close a deal. Then you're like, oh, I'm so discouraged. This is not for me. Then you run off and you go launch an MLM somewhere. And I'm sorry, you guys, let me tell you, you're going to keep doing that to yourself over and over and over again. Why not go get the money first? Why not get with someone like, you can learn from me, or you can go to YouTube and you can go find another channel and learn where these business grants are at, right? Learn how to get these business grants or the lines of credit. I go through a company called Fund and Grow. What does Fund and Grow do? Well, basically they go find money for you, and then they get you tons of money. Like in your first 30 days, they get you like 40 to 50K. All right. But you have to have like a credit score of 680. But it's another great resource to go to. If you guys want to find out more about Fund and Grow, down in the description, I put the information for Fund and Grow. But again, this is just information that I want to share with you guys to get that money before you start working deals, because you're going to get financially exhausted before your business even takes off. I always go and get the money before I start any new business. All right. Now, with that said, the next thing you want to do, you want to create a business entity. I know it's so exciting and it's sexy just to go and start making phone calls and closing deals, and that's great. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to be at a bigger advantage if you get a business entity. You're going to be able to get grants for your business, free grants, meaning money you don't have to pay back. You can get business loans, so it's not against you personally, it's against your business. You can get lines of credit, you can get credit cards, you get all these things, but again, it's a credibility factor. When you're dealing with your clients, you have to have a business entity. That's not to say you can't do this business just as an individual, contractor, whatever. You're doing this for yourself as a sole proprietor. You can. I have an LLC. I have a nonprofit and an LLC. My LLC is what I use for my real estate. I have another LLC that I do for unclaimed funds. My advice to you is just figure out what's best for you. Like, do you want to be S Corp, C Corp, LLC? I don't advise you trying to file as an S Corp until you're making 50K or more a year. But your CPA can advise you on that. But I'm telling you, they're going to probably tell you the same exact thing I'm sharing with you right now. I'm telling you guys from experience, okay? But again, create a business. That's the right way to do it. Be ready to invest. Like I said in the beginning, you have to be ready to invest your time. Now, what do I mean by that? I always ask people when they call me or they fill out an application to come into my academy, they're always saying, Joe, or I ask them, hey, how much time can you invest? How much time can you put towards your business? It makes me cringe when they're like, on average, maybe 1 to 2 hours a day. I'm like, what? And you want to start a business? Get out of here. You've got to be willing to give every ounce of you to your business if you're going to take it serious. I can't even coach someone that can only give me 1 to 2 hours a day, because really you want to cut that in half. You want to cut that in half because we always say what we want people to hear. We always say what sounds nice, but it doesn't really happen. So if you're telling me 1 hour a day to 2 hours a day, you're really telling me you're going to get maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day. You're never going to make any money. Then you're going to look at me like, oh, Joe, your program doesn't work. And I'm going to be like, no, you never worked the program. You never invested your time. Sacrifice things, like sacrifice your Netflix nights, sacrifice, hanging out with the boys or your ladies, sacrifice, going to the movies. There's a lot of sacrifice that comes with this, especially in the beginning. And your life gets better and better when you start making money and then you start hiring a team. That is probably the best investment I've ever done for my business. I go on vacation as often as I do because I have a team that's still working even when I'm gone. So that means I'm still making money even when I'm in Jamaica or the Caribbean on a cruise where I got no cell phone reception, or if I'm camping in a mountain somewhere, I'm still making money, y'all. Why? Because I invested in my team. I invested in myself. And then you want to invest in training. Do not, please do not try to YouTube yourself to success. You're going to waste a lot of time, and you're probably not going to get all the answers. You're not going to be able to get all the solutions you need by duct taping your way to success. And I'm telling you right now, if you're doing it the wrong way, if you're going to waste even more money than you need to, YouTube your way to a business startup and see what happens. Most people crash and burn. That's like flying on Southwest Airlines, and then instead of getting a real mechanic to fix the plane, they just hired someone that was willing to work for the cheapest way possible, and they gave them a YouTube channel and said, here, build a plane. Would you trust a mechanic that built a plane based off of watching YouTube videos? Probably not. You would want someone that actually had training from an actual instructor. Well, treat your business the same way. Get training, hire a coach or a mentor, or if you got a friend that's in the business and your friend is killing it, then get under their wing. Ask them, look, I'll do whatever. I'll work, pro bono. I'll do whatever it takes to be under your wing, or I'll pay you to do whatever it takes. But let me tell you, that's the best investment you'll ever do. Okay. This is the next one, you guys. Focus on one thing. It's always nice to have multiple streams of income. It's always nice to see people out there killing it with state funds, tax surplus, doing foreclosures, getting that passive income. Let me tell you, you're going to be all over the place. Focus on one. Pick a lane and stick to it. Commit to it. I always say, Joe, I'm all about quick wins. I need to get that instant gratification. I need to get a win. It doesn't need to be a big win. It just needs to be a small win that I feel like, okay, this is actually working. So I chose the path of going through state funds first. I have closed tax surplus deals, and I've got paid really well from tax surplus. I've done foreclosures, and it's really, really great for me and my family. But what I really love state funds. That is hands down probably one of the best things you can do for you and your family is make sure you focus on one thing, bringing in income, and then you can start branching out, bringing more streams of income. And you don't have to launch a bunch of different businesses. You can have one business and have multiple streams of income. My business as an Unclaimed CEO, as my business, I have four streams of income coming in. I invest in real estate. I do state funds, I do tax overages, and I coach. So if any one of those four things is actually slow, right? That's just a slow period of year. I still got 3 other streams of income coming into my household. Okay, but it did in the beginning, I created one stream first. I automated it, I got a team, and then moved on to the next stream. I automated it, but hired some people, and then now they keep on making money. Now moving on to the next one. It takes time. Business takes time to unfold. Most businesses fail because we don't have a plan and we don't have money. Well, what did I tell you guys when this video first started? Get money, right? And then have a plan. Build that plan out, and I promise you, you will launch a business that will be profitable. You'll be able to leave your 9 to 5 between now and 6 months out. How many of you guys in the comments right now, how many of you all can honestly say you will leave your job if you're making the money you need to sustain the lifestyle you want? How many of y'all would leave that 9 to 5? If you love your job, just say, I love my job. But if you would leave, and that was me. When I first launched my very first legitimate business, I've been in business for 20 years, but I'll say in 2016 is when I really launched a legitimate business. I was making more money when I was active duty military. I was making more money than what a 4-star general was making every single month. And it blew my mind. I'm like, here I am. At the time I was an enlisted guy. I was an E6 and I wasn't making a lot of money, right? We make like what, 7-8 grand a month, maybe. I started working my business. I was making like anywhere between $25,000 to $30,000 a month. I was making more than a 4-star general. It was time for me to go. It's time for me to go. So if you're in that boat and you're like, yo, Joe, if I'm making like 20 grand a month or 30 grand, whatever that number is for you, that magic number for you, would you leave that 9 to 5 to go take your life into your own hands? That was me. But again, focus on one thing, make that money. All right. You might make an extra 2 to 3 grand and then make another stream of income and then another. And let me tell you, next thing you know, you're making multiple 6 figures in a year. I'm talking about beyond just 100 grand. You're going to be in there like $250,000 and more if you follow this recipe I'm putting out there. Guys, I'm giving you free game. Please take notes to it. Engage in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Now, speaking of multiple streams of income, okay, it sounds nice and it sounds sexy, but it's not as easy as we think, okay? Most people do it wrong. They think multiple streams of income means creating multiple businesses, but when it comes to multiple streams of income, it's all about strategy, okay? How many ways can I dissect this one business? So let me give you an example. When it came to tax overages is Basically money that's available to a person, your client, right? From the result of a foreclosure. So this is after the home was sold, people bidded, and an investor got the home. So this person's left with no home, no money. Well, you find the money, you get the money, and you get paid by finding money for that person, right? Well, then what was another way I can create new income? You guys know it. How about the pre-auction? How about before that home even gets sold at an auction? I get ahead of the auction. I find the person. I let them know I'm an investor. I'm really interested in visiting their home. And once I visit the home, I tell them, you know what? I really want to make a deal. I want to buy your home as is. I'm a cash buyer. What's your asking price? And then we go from there. We go through my script that I have for real estate investing. So that's getting money, a passive income from real estate before it happens. So that's two ways, one business. Now, what's another way? You can create a digital product, right? Maybe you want to mentor somebody one day. Maybe you want to coach this. Maybe, like that's something you're interested in doing, like whatever the case may be, you can create more income by offering yourself because you're now the subject matter expert because you've been making a lot of money doing these things. You see where I'm going with this? And then lastly, get business grants. That can be a stream of income for you. Do you know every week, once a week, I'm looking for grants for my business? I go out there and I find business funding for myself that I don't have to pay back. A lot of grants come to me because I'm a veteran. It comes to me because I'm a minority. It comes to me because my wife is a part owner and I get grants for women-owned businesses. You guys see where I'm going with this? So it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Sometimes it just matters of who you are. Okay. And now lastly, when you're launching your business the right way, you need to determine you an active or passive or a combination of both. Sometimes people get it twisted and they think passive income is, money that they're making because they got employees. Well, it's still being worked. But what is passive income? Maybe you got a digital product. Maybe you're selling books on Amazon, right? I'm doing that right now. I'm actually launching that for January 2023. I will be selling novels on Amazon. And then once I start making six figures doing that, I will be teaching people how to create books and sell them on Kindle to make six figures, throughout the year, launching digital books. But once you get the book, once it's done, put it on Amazon. And while you're sleeping, people are just buying it. And you're not doing any heavy lifting. It's an ebook. It's digital. You don't got to do nothing. Real estate, get a renter in there, put them in at home and just let them pay you income. You're not doing anything. If you do Airbnb, that's active because every time someone comes in and out, you got to go back to the house. You got to clean it, flip it, all that good stuff. That's active income. So you just got to determine when you're launching your business, do you want to be active or passive? Tax overages, it's a very active business and it's a very good paying business. And I'm telling you right now, the hustle and grind, it will slow down once you get a team. It will slow down. But if you're the only person running that business and that's all you want to do for the rest of your life, just keep in mind that income does slow down when you take breaks, when you get sick, when you're out of town. Like these things happen because when you're out of town, you're usually distracted. You're not focused. But if you build a team, after you start making money, you're going to make even more money than you ever could by yourself. My team outworks how I can work by myself because I got 3 virtual assistant employees that run the show for me. So even when I'm not in the office engaged doing work, they're making me money. Does that make sense? So always have that end game in mind. You always want to be the CEO. You're either working in your business or you're working on your business. I choose to work on my business so it gets better and better while my employees work in the business. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I hope that this is like resonating with you because I'm telling you right now, we are like almost halfway through the last month of 2022. We're going into 2023. And when you guys go into the new year and you're going to do new year, new me and have these plans, you do not repeat the same failed, practices I see all the time. People want to be cheap when they launch a business. They want to ask other people for permission, like a partner or spouse, whatever. That just tells me you didn't put enough thought and you haven't had that talk before you start looking to start a business, right? You got to get that support right away. Get that out front. Let them know, I have an idea. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to launch a business. I'm just asking for your support. That's the biggest thing right there. And then lastly, telling yourself that you don't have enough time. At the end of the day, we all have the same amount of time in the day, okay? And my time that I spend at work is always value added. There's always value that I'm adding to my life from me and my family because I move with intent, not by chance. I'm not going to just maybe someday, one day get someone on the phone. No, I know how I'm going to get people on the phone when I'm doing my skip tracing and phone calls. See, I don't just cold call people, and that's a huge mistake. And I think that's another conversation for another video. When I do this business right here, I'm like, what is everyone else doing? Everyone else is cold calling. Everyone else is doing these, like, little things with sending letters, and that's great. And that's effective for some people. I just take a different approach. Most times I attract people to come to me versus me coming to them. And that's how I close way more deals, because when I wake up, I look at my email and I'm like, okay, how many people want me to service them versus me trying to hunt people down and convince them to let me do their business for them. So it's just about being strategic, moving with intent. And again, mentorship. Get yourself a mentor in whatever industry you're going after, but especially when you're getting into the unclaimed funds and tax overages, because you want to do it the right way out the gate, y'all. So I hope that this inspires you all to get your mind right, prime it, condition it. This is going to be crazy between now and by the end of January. There's gonna be so many deals going down right now. So many deals, especially when you pay attention to the real estate market. There's gonna be so many people who are gonna need your help. They're gonna need your services. They're gonna be looking for that person to call them with great news to get their year off right. And just before the holidays, people are gonna want that phone call saying, hey, I found money for you. And it's gonna give them the biggest sense of relief. Most people are at the most lowest point of their lives during the holidays. It's the absolute opposite of what we think. We always think it's a great time, family, take a break. Most people are still grinding. They're worried about their bank account. They want to give their family a good holiday, but they can barely afford it because everything's just too dang expensive. But then here you go, you call them and say, hey, I found money for you. Can I help you out? Can I get this money to you? No money out of your pocket. You've been spending enough money this year. Let me do this service for you. All I ask is for you to give me a service fee once you get paid. How does that sound? I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for most people. So anyways, guys, thank you for following me. Thank you for watching the video. I'm so sorry that I went on much earlier than I normally do, but I got a lot of deals I got to close today. I got a lot of work to do. I'm super pumped and juiced that you guys have just been following me, and you guys have been really asking some great questions. Please continue to ask those questions in the comments right there. I'm here whenever you need me. But for now, I got to go.